Fresno Junior Monster Weekend Wrap-Up. It is Sunday evening, February 10th. My hope is that you had a wonderful weekend. Many of you are off tomorrow for Lincoln's birthday. So we hope everyone has a fun Monday off. And if you are working, go at it and the way that you would and enjoy. And so we want to talk a little bit like we've been doing the last couple of weeks, as we were asked to do a couple of weeks ago, in fact. We want to make sure that we give enough and attention to the Fresno Junior Monster hockey program. As you know, this program is growing leaps and bounds. We had just a few weeks ago, our Pee-wees go up to Silver Sticks in Canada. Last year we had some state champions. We had some of the teams doing very, very well. And congratulations to our Squirts, who've already clinched a playoff position. A little bit about what happened this weekend, kind of put a little perspective in there and see what we're doing going forward. So, I'll be looking down at some of my notes because obviously I wasn't at all the games, and this is from some of our followers who've sent in some of this information. Of course, going to the score sheet position. Congratulations goes out to the players, to the parents. This is a team that is doing some really nice things and could go very far in NorCal or even Caja. So let's see what happens there. So, playoff position right now. If you're following the standings, very important game. Very, very important game for Cupertino. Cupertino won the game against Fresno on games to 2. We had Raquel with the goal. Parker Spradley with the assist on both of those goals. Team played well over 2, dropped the game 3-2. But overall, from what I'm hearing, from what people told me, balanced game on all fronts. So that game dropped again. Cupertino needed this game because they're in a dogfight with Stockton for that final playoff position. Today, what happened here? Let's see. Again, it looked like the Squirts, they dropped today's game as well up in Redwood City. Always a tough place to play, especially when you're traveling. That second day, and but it was a very hotly contested game. Could have went either way. Both sides playing well. Fresno lost 4-3. We had 2 goals by Caleb Lee. Had a nice weekend, huh? 3 goals overall. George Medic had a goal. And we had assists by Scott, by Basil, and Ruckel as well. So overall, this team, not overall for the weekend, but again, where are they pointing? They're pointing in the right direction, clinched the playoff spot, doing very, very well. To our score team, looks like things are really, really looking well. Some really nice things for the Monster program as we enter the playoff battles that are ahead. So well done overall. 10-4 overall. Second place, not too bad. Get home safely on your drive home if you're still doing that. We want to move over to the Bantams. Bantams had a very weird weekend. The Fresno Bantam team. If you remember, we spoke a couple of weeks ago about the Monsters Bantam program. Doing very well in tournaments. Doing very well going to Silver Sticks, as you know. But found themselves in 4th place. Very tightly contested. Some of the reasons were nothing negative, just trying to find different line combinations early in the season. Teams really hitting their stride right now. So on Saturday at the Gateway Ice Center, there's a lot of people there. I saw a little bit of this game that the Fresno Junior Monster Pee-wee hockey team played the Santa Clara Blackhawks. Overall right now, after this weekend, Fresno finds himself 7-3-1 in second place. Big jump from 4th to 2nd, but as you know, it's a very tight, very few games. We'll talk about something in a second that's very specific in a very good way. They went out and they curbed business against Santa Clara. Kyle Adrian was very steady net with victory. We had goals by Iwahashi. We had a goal by Medic. And Danny from Tyson and Clutter. And again, happy birthday to Tyson. So Tyson Bombach, happy birthday. So a very pedestrian, and I say that again in a very positive way. Wonderful victory by the Fresno Junior Monster Pee-wee hockey team, taking care of business at home. Then a quick turnaround. Long drive in the rain, play today against the Redwood City Black Stars. So we go from Black Hawks to the Black Stars. So what happens up there? And in their home didn't matter for them because we own that kitchen. Fresno owned that kitchen. So we had the Fergie brothers on the bench, making sure that it went well. What do we have? Threes, everybody, a lot of threes. What do I mean? We had a hat trick of hat tricks. A victory on the road against Redwood City. Tyson Bomback with a hat trick. We had trick, and we had Hacker with a hat trick. So just some really nice goals, spreading things around. You think we're going to forget that Silsnoff had a goal as well? Silsey with a goal, working very hard. I know a lot of these guys are really trying to get into form for the upcoming playoffs to make sure that there's no wiggle room. So, Tyson, Keegan, Chase with hat tricks, Sills. That's the thing that this team does not get enough credit for. There's a lot more passing, a lot more than sometimes you can just see on the score sheet. So, wonderful game by them. Sitting right now at 7-3-1, but the fourth place team is sitting at 7-4-1. So this is a team that has to keep on winning. Let's keep on winning. But here's the important thing. Right now, Fresno has a game in hand. So that's a good thing. And for those of you who don't know what that means that you've played one less game than your competition or the people that you might be up against in seeding. So let's move over the high school numbers because the high school is in a different league. They're not in the NorCal League. Though please feel free to call in those results and we'll definitely report every Friday evening here at FHT Sports. So what happened with the Bantams? As you know, it's been, theoretically a long year for the Bantams. If you kind of look at the score sheet today, especially when you're talking about youth travel sports, there's other things that need a lot of improvement on this team. You have to remember something. Like we're watching a game tonight, but 14-year-old people knocking on 15. Well, that's an understatement. Yes, yes. It's all new to Bantam play. Even though they're talented, they're all new to Bantam play. So, there's a time and an element that takes a couple of games, sometimes a little more than a couple. And you saw that on display both ways today and yesterday. Let's talk a little bit about yesterday first. Saturday was a nice win, and Adrian Bogosian was just absolutely. It's a lot more than that. Just steady in net. He made some amazing saves, but steady in net. Focus is there. Was wonderful to see. And let me tell you something. The one goal that went in late in the game, minute 30 or so left. There's no way to stop it. Just kind of, if I had a hat on, I would be tipping right now. I'd be tipping the hat. Just backtrack a little bit. What happened here? The two teams that Fresno were playing were combined 24, 4, and 5. Let me repeat that. They were combined 24, 4, and 5, sitting in second and third place. 5. And this is a team, Fresno, undermanned, not a lot of depth right now. We had some people out we had somebody out because of injury. Played very hard and won a game. And so, there's no give up on this team, and that's really good to see. So they won yesterday 2-1 because what happened? A minute 30 left. The game is tied. You think, okay, maybe a tie. Great job playing against, a superior team, quote unquote. Nope. The team went in and attacked the middle. They were short. The other team was short. Playing with only 8 players, and they attacked the middle. And the team that was on the ice, the 5 that were on the ice, forced to play. Forecheck. These are things you don't see. And Brandon with just a silly, filthy. Somebody get the guy some soap. Filthy goal. Both of his goals are filthy. So that was really, really nice to see. Kenny Kalina with a nice assist on the day as well. I think it was on the game winner or the first one. I'm sorry if I don't remember. I don't have it in my notes. Just wonderful. So Kalina with a nice assist. Brendan Thomas, the captain, wearing that C with pride. making it happen. Some nice saves by A. Beautiful 2-1 victory. So what happened today? Early morning game, tough loss, 4-1. Tough loss. And this team was a lot closer for most of the game than the score indicates. A few penalties, some scoring opportunities that were not did not pay off, but the team doesn't quit. A terrible injury, unfortunately, with Kenan Kalina. Looks like he may be out for the rest of the season with a broken bone. Don't have. He took a really hard hit on the boards, but the team never quit. Nobody pointed any fingers. The team just kept going, and Kalina, we wish you well and a speedy recovery and back on the ice as quickly as possible. And so the team today finished the weekend on the downside. They were in it for a while. I will tell you this though, and if I'm waving pom-poms, I'm sorry, it's just the truth, and it's no pom-poms, it's reality. You don't want to play Fresno. You don't want to play because right now, it's not an easy win. This is not the same team that started the season with a bunch of people who never played at this level before. This is a team that can play any shift with anybody, can play any period with anybody, team with anybody. Look at who they played in the last few, how they played, and not giving up. I'm very excited to see what happens and over the last 3 seasons. So it's going to be excellent. Yep, that's right. That's right. I see some really nice sticks and goals. Absolutely, that Serge has up there. So very exciting. It's a growth year, and anxiously looking forward to the rest of the season. Now for Vegas, here's the thing, and I just talk about the Bantams, and it really could mean anybody. This is an A-level tournament. Oh, we're gonna get killed. Stop it. This is wonderful. You always want to play up. You always, and nothing's free. Nothing's free. How do you think you do against high-level competition? Even if it doesn't go well, how did you do? What could you work on? You're having some fun. You're in Vegas. You're with your friends. You're FaceTiming. You're injured. Whatever the case may be. This is a fun thing. You're playing at an A level. You're playing against kids from Florida. You may never see these kids again. That's the beautiful thing. I'll tell you a quick soccer story. We went to the Mayor's Cup in Vegas with my daughter's team, a very successful team. And they played Team Alaska. And you know what? All you remembered from that tournament was that they played Team Alaska. Ended up tying them with a late goal on a set piece. So you never know what's going to end. There were people who doubted the team last year in NorCal. All right, that's NorCal, but Carl's going to be talking. These are people that supposedly are positive people, and they probably meant well, and then you went up and won states. So who knows what's going to happen in Vegas? But I'll tell you one thing. That crest on the front of the sweater, the squirts, for the Pee-wees, for the Bantams, will be proudly displayed in Vegas next week and for the rest of the season. We love doing this on Sunday nights, the Fresno Junior Monster wrap-up show. I'll be doing it with it. And yeah, please give us your information, because a lot of times, chicken scratch, a lot of times a lot more goes on that isn't on the score sheet. So, we want to be able to express that. And again, for you high school players and parents, please send us your information because it's not on the NorCal data system. All right, this is Darren Redmond for Redmond's Wrap Up for the Fresno Junior Monster Weekend, hosted by nobody in particular. We're very proud of these kids. They're great. We're very proud that we cover the Fresno Junior Monsters.